Shalom, shalom, shalom. Mic check. About to get started in 1 minute. Little second. Check. So yeah. For the people that's here, let's get our lights up real quick. Let me share this on Facebook, all that good stuff real quick. We about to get to it, man.
God. I don't know what the hell is my camera. So weird.
The camera.
Yeah.
Yo, shalom, DB. I see you, brother. Shalom, King.
God. Shalom, God. Shalom. Severed.
Shalom, the severed in the building. Where my moderators at, man? I know Dayag about to pop up out of nowhere. Where he at? We about to get it going in 1 minute. There go the black ass Gadite. Yeah, he drop a link for you. Shalom, Kaya. This brother has a do not disturb picture, brother. What is that, brother? I'm gonna drop this link for you and I'm gonna delete it. There go my moderator. There go my moderator. Shalom, Dayag. Shalom, everybody's in here. You're gonna let our people get up in here, man. We definitely got a hot lesson for y'all through the spirit. Shab just said it was something on his mind, and I'm like, man, okay. I'm like, yeah, that sounds pretty decent. Sound pretty good. And it's actually more than I expected. Actually, when I started thinking about it and started thinking about certain scriptures, it speaks about this a lot, man. And we have to understand in times that we are in, that tongue is so prevalent, right? What's that say? Zuvier, Mikey. Shalom means peace and blessings. Peace and blessings, family. That's what that means. Good question, though. Yeah, just the Paleo Hebrew way of saying shalom, which is just peace. But shalom is the actually full way of saying it is peace and blessings.
God. Use it as a greeting and
a farewell.
Yep, a farewell. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna tap right back in. Hold on, it's a lock you.
Camera messing up or something.
Shalom, family.
Shalom, Kanya.
Who created God? You mean the Most High God?
You can't create a God, man. God is who he is. Definitely look like you coming with some questions, though. We definitely got something for you. We got a good go into this little lesson for real. Yeah, can't nobody create God. God is self-existing. He exists outside of time. Even the name Yahawah, that's what it literally means, the existing one. We can go into it, though, for sure. For sure. Let me see where Shab at before we get started. But first and foremost, I'd like to say, call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. And that's all praises to the Most High God, whose real name is Yahawah in the Paleo Hebrew. We do so in the name of his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose real name is Yahawashi Mashiach in the Paleo Hebrew. Not Jesus, not Yeshua, not any of these derivatives they say, but it's Yahawashi. And that's who, we need to come and save us. The so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans who are the children of Israel, according to archaeology, prophecy, and, just history, all these things, man. And that's what we here to, Lord willing, get across to our people, to reach, teach, and edify the lost sheep and let them know that we're in these last days and it's high time to wake up to who we are. You know what I mean? I'm Brother Ratazian. We are Yahawah's Law Keepers, a.k.a. YLK. Here with my brothers as always. Shab just had to do something. You know what I mean? I'm sure he about to tap back in. And then my brother Kanya, he got something to say.
Shalom, your brother Kanya. Saying, like you said, YLK, Yahawah's Law Keepers. It's all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahawah, that we are able to feed the sheep. He's given us the spirit to feed our families and our nation. All praises.
That's right. Yo, Mikey, did you ask to be here? Like, how did you get here? Because for some reason, none of us asked to be here. So if you don't think it's a God, but somehow you popped up here just like we did we ask to be here or what? I mean, somebody has to be here before all of us. Matter of fact, Kanya, you got your screen up. We're going to get some of these scriptures before we go into the power of the tongue, which is very, very powerful.
I'm about to pull it up right now.
If you can just get something real quick, let's get Genesis 2 and 4 real quick.
Just
to get straight to the point real quick.
You see my screen up?
Yep, you up.
What did I miss?
All right, coming here asking, did God have a creator? I think this might be who DB is said. Might have some questions or whatever. But let's go to the Lord. That's who's the creator of everything. This would be the Most High, right? Let's go to that in verse 2 and 4. You can read it, then let's go to the Lord.
Oh, okay. Come on. Says in the book of Genesis, chapter 2 and verse 4. Says, these are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created, in the day that Yahawah power made the earth and the heavens.
All right, so the Lord God, which was Yahawah, they took that out in the original text. It would be the name of God, Yahawah in Hebrew, right? So when you go to here, they have Yehovah, but if you look at the initial alphabet, you can go down. Look, it's Lord. That's what will be there, Yahawah, over 6,500 times. They even have Jehovah, which you understand that's a transliteration, but you can't translate a name as a proper noun. Or look right here, Yahawah or Jehovah equals the existing one. He doesn't need to create. Like, if you're the God, how can someone create you? Like, you're trying to ask questions that really shouldn't even be questioned in a sense, because it's like, even the scripture said, like, who are we to, question God in a sense? You know what I mean? I get that you seek it for sure, but it's like, it's certain things like from our realm that, like, with our level of knowledge or comprehension that we have, like, we can't even fathom, the things that God has seen and done. You know what I mean? If y'all got any point on it, y'all want to add to that?
Yeah, I got a scripture for sure.
Go ahead.
I just had a quick point. Like, basically, I mean, so the way I look at it is like, I mean, what is all of this? Like, what is this we living in? You feel what I mean? Is it like you either go believe what our president is teaching us, which is that we just, you feel what I mean? If there's no creation, everything came from nothing, and an explosion started this, and we just evolving, and this and that. It's just like, what is the end to that? Like, where do you get your moral compass from if you don't believe in a higher power? It's just like, what is the meaning of life? Where do, like it's just, you feel me? Like, it's like you really just lost. if you don't have even some type of higher power, something. You get what I mean? Like for you just to just merely think you live in a hell and heaven at the same time.
I mean, yeah, because heaven and hell is a condition. So we agree with you with that. But what do you think God is? Or let me just ask you that, because if you don't believe in a God, then we just gonna be speaking on deaf ears. So it's like, do you believe that there is a God or a creator, or like what is your, like, what do you believe? If you can let us know that, and then we can be able to build upon that. Because I agree with you that we definitely, technically, we are in hell as a people. Our people is in hell already. But heaven and hell is definitely conditions.
Yeah, I was about to say, drop a link for him.
I'll add them in real quick. What are you gonna hear? Shalom, Megan.
God, Shalom, King.
Shalom. It's a link for you. You can tap in. What precept was you looking for, Kanye? You said you had a precept. You ain't switched to it or nothing.
No, I was looking at it. I was like, I was just waiting to see what he was gonna say first before I brought that up.
Got you.
Yeah.
Psalms 23.
No, it was Psalms 90, but I was trying to see what he was about to say. This is so like,
let me see in the back chat.
Oh wow.
What?
The whole time. So it's like my laptop, it got like a little slider I can move to block the damn camera. That's what it was the whole time.
Wow, that's crazy.
But it's like so small, like I never noticed it. It's crazy, but
there you go. Shalom, this is Mikey.
Yeah.
What's good, Mikey?
What up? Y'all already named Michael though. But you what you asked me again?
I said, do you believe in a God at all? Or like, what do you say, a God? You believe in a creator, a supreme being? Like, what is your moral compass? Those two, kind of like a two-part question. Do you believe in a God or a creator? And then how do you know, like, what is your moral compass? Or where do you get your moral compass from?
I'm an atheist who believes in God.
That's impossible, bro.
What's happening right now is impossible. But it's happening.
What you mean it's impossible? What's happening right now?
Because how are we even talking right now?
By the will of God. What do you mean? You're having a conversation.
Okay.
Well, okay. So how are you an atheist that believes in God?
That's what I want to know, because we gotta look about a definition.
Because there is a creator, but it isn't at the same time.
So you agnostic?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, because I'm about to say an atheist, literally the example, the definition of atheist is a person who disbelieves or lacks belief in the existence of gods or God. So you can't be both. So you say agnostic.
Why can't I be both?
Because this is the literal definition of an atheist.
But look, God both. They say he was the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end.
What does that mean, though?
Yeah.
Do you know what that mean when he said that? Mikey, can you hear?
Yo, Mike, you there?
Did he go out? He probably went out. If he on the phone, you can't go out if you're on the phone, I don't think.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, when Yahawashi said it, basically it's an incompatibility based. Like,
yeah, you can't even compare to it. Nothing can compare to it.
Yeah, like he's the greatest, basically, is what he's saying. Kind of, I am Alpha and Omega, first and the last,
beginning and end. Yeah, there ain't nothing before and nothing after.
It will never be a creation as great as he is, basically. Cannot compare to him.
He's still in the back chat. Maybe he did get on the phone. I'll see if he'll tap back in or something.
You see what Megan Ezra said? He said, speaking in tongues mean different languages to communicate with Israelites scattered who spoke in their oppressor's language, right? Acts 2 and 5, going to that, says that I know it ain't Shabbat Mama.
No, that's exactly what it is. Matter of fact,
yeah.
when we get that up, I think it's like 1 Corinthians 14, real quick. Somebody want to get that real quick. Because it speak on that.
Dog.
Whoever got it, I think y'all screen's still there. Let's answer this with scripture. And that's the only thing. Like, I want to ask him if he believe, because we can't go to the Bible with somebody that don't believe that God is real. There's no point. Right? I think it is. Start from the top, don't it?
Yeah, like it's 2.
Yeah. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 1. It says, follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. It says, for he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him. Howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. Says, he that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church.
Right.
Says,
Wait, I'm looking because it's somewhere like down the line, like when people be talking about speaking in tongues, right? Let's go down to like 26.
26.
Mm-hmm.
It says, how is it then, brethren, when you come together, every one of you have a song, have a doctrine, have a tongue, and have a revelation, have a interpretation, that all things be done unto edifying.
Yeah, so we have to let all things be done unto edifying, right? Everybody got something to say. People might think they in the spirit. You know how them churches be like, I got something to say, or speaking in tongues, right? So we have to let all things be done unto edifying, right? Now watch this. 27 about to cut all that hoopla that they be doing.
God says, if any man speak in an unknown tongue, let it be by 2, or at the most by 3, and that by course let one interpret.
Right, so it needs to be a language. Somebody needs to be able to understand it. It's a real language they speak, and not just some damn shubala right there, right? So it needs to be an interpreter, right? Keep going.
Says, but if there be no interpreter, let him keep silence in the church, and let him speak to himself and to God.
Right. So the people that be in there with nothing and they saying nonsense and nobody know what the hell they saying, they really need to sit their ass down, excuse my language, and just talk to God and themselves. If they out here just saying some shubala.
Man, it's like nobody can interpret that. So it's really just like,
it's
and that's
nothing.
just so it's in vain. Like that's then it's the man. I don't even want to touch on that, but
right.
Bro said he was back in here though.
I'm about to put a fresh link. Let me see.
That damn speaking in tongues mess is a whole nother rabbit hole of
Man.
They damn near walking on eggshells doing that.
Man, thin ice.
Then they say they caught the Holy Ghost and all of this stuff.
Yeah. But nobody can interpret what language you're speaking. Like, is that Hebrew? Is it Latin? What is it? All right, Mikey, you back? You hear us?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
So yeah. So basically, I'm gonna just this what I'm gonna believe. This is what I believe. I believe that for one, we're not supposed to comprehend God. Like we're not supposed to understand him.
I mean, in a sense, I can understand that, but he gave us a book to somewhat give us an understanding of him. But I mean, I get what you're saying. He's definitely not anything that we can even compare to or even grasp on, like in a sense. So that's why we use the Bible for what we can. You know what I mean? But I definitely agree with you on that.
But I would more so say like everybody can't comprehend God. Because he has
Wait, hold on. You said what?
I would say everybody in the world isn't supposed to comprehend God. He has his chosen people that's nigh to him that he gives the understanding to comprehend his works. Like he say, and that's why he got the book that's written, which is the Bible. You feel what I mean? For us, we understand God. We comprehend the way he works by his word and by his Holy Spirit that he has poured out upon us to give us the wisdom to understand it. You get what I mean? So like a lot of people may be upset, like for the analogy one, a little kid get injured, right? Or something like that. Everybody would probably be in their feelings about it, but we ultimately know like it goes beyond that. And that's the wisdom of the scriptures. You get what I mean? Because like I said, in John 9, I think where it say, is this man, did his parents sin or did he sin or something like that? It just show you that's the wisdom of the scriptures. People looking at stuff just at a human level, but once you are chosen by God and he poured his Holy Spirit upon them, you can then comprehend them.
Mm-hmm. Great answer.
So it's like I said, I mean, I could understand why you would say something like that because you don't know God. I'm not trying to like belittle you or nothing, but it's just like knowing the Bible and knowing how he operate. Then like once you understand that, you will understand how he operates.
Yeah.
You heard that, Mike?
Yo, Mikey.
Did he drop off again?
I mean, hey, still stay here.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, now we can.
Oh shit, bro! People keep calling me, bro. Like that shit.
Oh yeah, that's gonna mess it up.
But yeah, so like, you know how they say like, God is the beginning and the end type shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally a contradiction, bro. You can't be the beginning and the end. You gotta be either or. But look though, you gotta think about it like this. There has to be a balance.
That's the balance. He exists outside of time, so he can be the beginning and the end. See, like I said, from our realm, we see time, we age, we do all these things, right? But God literally exists outside of time. That's why I said this is a movie that we're in, and he directed it, he cast the stars, and you know what I mean? He's ordaining every single move. He's a director, he's the cameraman, he's everything, right? He exists outside of this. We are the ones that's stuck in the contracts of time, right? So that's why he could say he's the beginning and the end, because he knows what's going to happen to everybody right now from the day they born until the day they die. That's literally what that is. He don't have a end date or a beginning date because he's both. He's all of it. You know what I mean? That's the only way that we
that's
can
not,
really
but
say
bro, you can't. That's not possible, bro.
It's not possible for man. That's why I said the concept of God is everything is
possible.
But
we're not man. We're God.
So we're little G's. We made in his image, but we're not the most high God. We can't do what he do. We're limited.
Yeah.
Even
like
the Bible
said,
says that.
Yeah, we limited to time. We limited to this 3D realm. He lives outside of all of this. That's why he is God. So it's like you can't put him under the same stipulations you can put us under, which is saying we can't.
Why not?
Because he is God.
That's it. Like we didn't put no stars up in the sky. We have a sun. We have a solar system. We have a moon. This is something that no man could even think about fathoming how to put it up there, let alone even reach it. Because our people never went to the moon before. People never went there. We have you're speaking right now, and air and wind is coming from your mouth like breath. Something that's right here with us that we can't even see, but we know that we're inhaling and exhaling. Like this is something that, you know what I mean? We didn't create this thing, but somehow we're using it. You know what I mean? So it has to be something greater than us that made us. That's all I'm saying. Like we are great, but we are nothing compared to the one who created us, bro.
God. Like you say, like who created oxygen? Who created even soil? You feel what I'm saying? When God made earth, he made soil so you can plant stuff in the ground and it grows up. Nobody created that. Nobody created all of these things that no man created a fruit or any of these things that we eat. God created all of these things for us. And this is how we know that it's a God, because what was your answer be to what do you believe in is like the creation? How do you think we came about?
We didn't come about.
If we didn't come about how we here right now talking, bro.
God, bro. Just can't comprehend it. We exist and don't exist at the same time. And I'm about to explain how. There's a point in time where I will die, right?
You said what?
He says, "At a point in time, he'll die."
So eventually I would die, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's the future, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When you pass, yes.
Yeah, in the future, eventually in the future, I'll be dead, right?
I mean,
it's a possibility, but right now we in the time right now where people might not have to die. Like,
man,
but that comes with knowing the Bible and knowing prophecy and things, like I said, because all things must come to an end. Do you believe that you ever heard of the end of the world?
Yeah.
So what do you think happens at the end of the world?
I don't know what happens at the end of the world.
See, but we do, because the Bible tells
Okay,
us.
so what happens at the end of the world?
This current world as we know it is going to be destroyed, and there's going to be a whole new kingdom that's going to be established. And the people of God will no longer perish. They will no longer sin. They will no longer do evil in the sight of men. And they will live thousands of years.
Okay. You can't live. You can't live for 1,000 years.
That's what the Bible says, brother.
That's not possible. How can you live for 1,000 years?
Do you believe in the Bible at all?
I got to quit. So what is possible, Mike?
Bro, nothing's possible.
What?
Is it possible for you to speak or learn? Is it possible for you to speak right now?
Yeah.
Is it possible that you can learn something?
Yeah.
So how is nothing possible, brother? That's right there. That's two possibilities.
Bro, it's a balance though, bro.
Everything is a balance, but we can't. A balance doesn't mean that one thing contradicts another. Like, you're speaking of contradictions. There are no contradictions. It's either like hot or cold. You know what I mean? It's just is.
But God is a contradiction.
How?
How can you be the beginning and the end? That's a contradiction, bro.
Listen, bro. God is outside of time. So the beginning and the end, you thinking of it from our standpoint. From his standpoint, it's just he created what he wanted, and then he's outside watching it. That's literally it. But like, it's not a super deep answer.
Yeah, like beginning and end is a time frame.
All right, what about the Alpha and Omega?
That's the same concept.
Yeah,
like
first and the last.
Exactly.
It's all within a time frame.
Yeah.
So if we say God is outside of time, he's not subjected to beginning in the end or first to last.
Okay.
So therefore he can't, you feel what I mean? Like, you can't put him underneath that. In that
he's not subject to any of that.
Yeah, you can't put God in the bracket to nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's no variableness. Can I get that precept, God, where there is no variableness unto him? Because you just have to allow the scriptures really to speak now at this point. If you either believe it or you don't, because like we speak it from our hearts, and that's what I don't want to
do. I do believe, but I don't believe at the same time. Because look, how can you exist without the creator? God exists without a creator. You can't exist without being created, bro.
He is the ultimate creator.
The self-existent.
That's not possible.
It is possible, brother, because he's here, and just like we are, like everything you said is not possible. It's not possible for man.
Wait. He's where? You
say
say he's
what?
here? You say he's here?
Are you here?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no way we can even exist without a God being here, bro. None of us asked to be here. That's the point. Like, the fact that you exist lets you know that there is a God. Not one of us asked for us to be here. Our race, our sex, as far as male or female, or any of these things. From the way we look, we are all a part of a design. That means there has to be a designer. Somebody gave you lungs so you can breathe oxygen. Somebody gave you a tongue so you can eat, teeth in your mouth so you can chew your food, eyes that you can see, 2 ears that you can take in words and understand it and be able to speak out from gaining and understanding. Somebody gave you a form of wisdom, a form of knowledge, a form of understanding. This is not by happenstance, brother.
Right. That's right.
So that means God created himself.
Yes, he's self-existing.
So he created himself?
No, he has always been there.
What's the when is this, like, how does it start? Like,
he just always been here, bro. There's no variableness of change. Oh, you found it, James 1. Let's bring this out real quick, because this is, I mean, it's just certain stuff we're not even going to be able to understand in him. And he tells us this. There's certain things about him. It's just like, that's where things like faith and stuff come in. Like, in the fact, like I said, that you exist, your existence is proof that God exists. Like, literally. So if you don't think that you're real, I mean, I don't know, because like I said, none of us literally asked to be here. We didn't ask to be placed into our families. We didn't ask for our names. Everything was decided for us until we noticed that we were conscious after a certain amount of time, because with the strength of, you know what I mean? We were alive, but I guarantee you it's certain birthdays that you do not remember, because technically you weren't even conscious in your own mind. You existed, you were living and breathing and all that, but your consciousness didn't even come into full until you can finally start having memories and remembering, and that you were actually active. You know what I mean?
But I haven't always existed though.
You did. Even when you in a womb, you're alive, but you don't remember none of that.
That part.
When you first born, you don't remember none of that.
But it was a point in time where I wasn't even thought of.
No,
right?
To your mom, but to God, you were always thought of.
That's right.
We can show you that as well too, because everybody is already written. Everything is from the beginning, and it is what it is. Like, even if we go to Jeremiah 1, let's go to Jeremiah 1 real quick. Kaya, Bible Kushal. Let's let some of these Bibles out real quick. I'm just going to show you some stuff.
No, I got a few. After that one, just grab Deuteronomy chapter 28.
All right, I'm about to bring it out. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, "Then the word of Yahawah came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. It says, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations."
So it said, before he even formed thee in the belly, meaning before his father, excuse my language, even bust a nut in his mother, before any of these things, before his parents was probably even existed, he said he knew him, because we all, in essence, come from God himself. We are all a part of him, and he shared a piece of him out into the world and put it out there. So before he knew him, he cast him forth into the womb, and he ordained what he was going to be before he was even created.
Well, I got more questions. All
right, so you see what this verse say, right?
Yeah, I understand that, but look, you say there's a creator, right?
I mean, it has to be.
Right. That's right. It is a creator.
But there isn't, bro.
Can you grab Kaya, can you grab that one chapter in Psalms that you bring out? I think it's like 132 or 106.
Oh, you talking about you knew every moment of my life.
Yeah.
I think that's
like
so look, how did the first person come into existence, bro?
God created them.
Oh, I see it.
So, but in order to be created, you got to have a mother and a father. So that means there's more than one creator.
I mean, as a human, you have to have a mother and a father, not as a spiritual supreme deity.
I'm about to bring the scripture out real fast.
Okay.
All right, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 139, verse 15 in the NLT. It says, "You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion, as I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed.
Damn.
It's like
Right. So we see right there, this is how we prove that there is no free will. Because what you believe in.
Wait. Is no free will?
No.
Nah, hold on. It is free will.
No, hold on. Because Michael, it's an illusion of free will. You may think you can do what you want to do. You feel what I mean? But ultimately, you're doing what God wanted you to do.
Literally.
Right.
You feel what I mean? And this is why everybody plans don't go as planned. Everybody has plans possibly every day that you think of certain stuff you want to do, but you possibly can't do it. Why is that? It's because it's not in the Most High's will. It's more on that though, Kanye.
No, I need you to bring that back real quick though. Because he said it's not. So we want you to see what this say right here. Even though he fell off, I want to bring this back just because this one long 16 speaks so much volume.
Yep. Verse 16 again. It says, "You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day had passed."
Dang. He said every moment was laid out.
Every moment.
Before a day passed.
Yep. So like, we don't have free will. Like if God already recorded our life, what we gonna do and how our end is gonna be before we were here, how do we have free will if it's already recorded?
God.
Right? That's why he said it's like a movie. Like we just experiencing what the Most High has laid out for us.
Literally.
That's right.
You go to see what Megan said. So I feel the brother, but we have to take what the Most High gives us when He wants us to know His origin. We're going to stick to what He gives us at all times. That's what our faith comes in.
Yep.
That's literally
that's where grace comes in. That like He blessed us with the wisdom, knowledge, understanding to understand these things.
Yep.
Everybody not going to understand it, and it's just like this is what it is. That's why it's like I said, I will prior to Deuteronomy chapter 28 real quick, because I mean this is what like made me brought me into the knowledge that I have now. You feel what I mean? 28 is like the icing on the cake. It's like once you read this, you know God is real. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is His word and prophecy being fulfilled right before our eyes in today's time. So it's like this is the icing on the cake, right? You could jump down to 15. I kind of want to wait on him. I don't know if he gonna come back, but I'm gonna get a few. I'm gonna get a few of them. You can bring it out.
God, this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 15. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahawah thy power, to observe to do all His commandments and His statutes, which I command you this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee."
So this is how I would prove that God is real and the Bible is true to a non-believer, right here, especially as a so-called black man in America. This is what's gonna, this is what should resonate with your spirit, right? Keep going.
It says, "Curse shalt thou be in the city, and curse shalt thou be in the field."
Right. So this is the first curse that God put upon His chosen people when they disobeyed Him. Well, not the first curse that He put upon us, but these are the curses that's written that will fall upon the Israelites if they don't listen. Curse shall they be in the city, and curse shall they be in the field. And who did that happen to? Who did these things happen to? These happen to the so-called Blacks, Hispanic, and Native Americans, right? Which are God's chosen people, right? Keep going. By these curses, right? Get 18.
God, it says, "Curse shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep."
So everything that comes from you is going to be cursed. The fruit of your body, which I believe is probably, I feel like that could be like a multitude of things, like your organs, your health, or even your children, right? It says, in the fruit of thy land, right? You can't really grow nothing. I'm pretty sure it's talking about in the land of Jerusalem, because I think it did says like Jerusalem, like it's a desert or it's desolate. You get what I mean? The fruit of our land, or you can't do nothing over there right now, right? It says the increase of thy kind. I guess it's talking about family, and even your cattle gonna be cursed. Everything upon you is going to be cursed. right? You could probably jump down. Matter of fact, get 20. I don't think I ever run that out.
Let's do 19 and 20 because this 19 and
Oh
20.
yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah. It
Bring it.
says,
Bring it.
curse shalt it says, curse shalt thou be when thou comest in, and curse shalt thou be when thou goest out.
So cursed you gonna be when you come in this world, and you gonna be cursed when you going out this world. Or you feel me? Wherever you go, you're gonna be cursed. Wherever you go in, wherever you go out, you will be cursed. Right.
Verse 20 says, Yahawah shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke, and all that thou settest thine hand unto for to do, until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doing, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
That's a cold verse. I don't think I ever heard nobody bring that out.
Nah.
That's crazy. He said basically everything we do is gonna be curse, vexation, and rebuke until we be destroyed and we perish quick because we sin. And this is the proof, right? We seeing how we live in Babylon. We seeing how our brothers is in California, in Chicago, in Detroit, in Philly, in Jersey, in New York. You feel what I mean? No love for their brothers, no love for their sisters, gang banging, all of these things that has destroyed us. Now we worshiping all types of deities, and it's just a lot of stuff, right? And this is just the proof of how we know God is real, and his word will not go void. It will not come back into him void. By these few curses, right? By these few, grab 21 real quick.
Says verse 21 says, Yahawah shall make the pestilence cleave unto thee until he have consumed thee from off the land whither thou goest to possess it.
You feel what I mean? This is why we always got high blood pressure, diabetes, gout, all of these crazy old diseases, because the pestilences has cleaved unto us. I know it's a lot of people that got every black family you can speak on or talk to. I'm pretty sure some of their grandparents or grand aunties or grand uncles got something, dementia or
real talk,
Alzheimer's, something.
Dog, high blood pressure, heart disease.
Because this curse came true, and by this curse coming true, we know what we did. We disobeyed God and didn't keep his commandments, and these things fell upon us. It's that simple, right? You could just go ahead and grab 54 and 68 just to hit it home.
This Deuteronomy 28 in verse 54 says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother,
right?
Towards the.
So we see right here, this is a curse that when Israelites disobey the Most High God and his commandments, that this curse will fall upon you. You have an evil eye towards your brother that care for you the most, right? Keep going.
It says, and toward the wife of his bosom,
and toward his wife, or how we like to say it nowadays, his baby mama.
It says, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
And toward his kids, which he shall leave. And what I mean, that stigma. Yeah, that stigma right there. Who was that placed upon the most? The blacks and Hispanics. Right? Even every heathen will probably tell you, where's your dad? Did he go to the grocery store to get some milk? It's a joke.
Yeah, it never came back.
Yeah, it never came back. You feel me? It's a joke. It's literally a joke for us to not have a dad in our household. You feel what I mean? You can go ahead and grab 68.
In verse 68 says, and Yahawah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So you see right here, right? So this is right in Deuteronomy chapter 28. This is Moses speaking to the Israelites in the wilderness. So he's telling them that there's the Lord will send you back into slavery, right? Egypt again, because they just left Egypt, right? Go ahead and bring that out real quick just to show y'all.
This book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2 says, I am Yahawah thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
right? So you see right here, Egypt is synonymous with bondage, right? So it's so go back to it.
It says, and Yahawah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right. So you see that word Egypt again. Egypt synonymous with bondage. Bondage is another word for slavery, right? So it's saying he gonna bring us into slavery with what?
With ships.
With ships. So who went into slavery with ships? The so-called black and Hispanic man went to slavery. The Hispanics went to slavery in, I believe, the 1400s. Yep. And the Western Africans went into slavery in the 1500s. Keep going.
It says, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
And right there, that's how we know that he's not talking about the literal land of Egypt. He's talking about a new Egypt, because we walked out of the old Egypt, but for this new Egypt, right, we gonna need ships to get there. All right, keep going.
It says, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you.
See right there. Once we got off them ships, we were sold into our enemies, which is the so-called white man and all other heathens that bought us throughout the whole world. You feel what I mean? For slave men and slave women, and no man shall buy us. That Hebrew word right there, buy, means to redeem, right? And with us knowing that, if we go back to Leviticus 25, it'll show you that you can redeem your brethren from like servitude.
Bondage.
Yep, from bondage, from servitude, from other nations and stuff like that. Right.
Shalom to the end has come. Definitely.
Drop down to like 30s or something. Shalom, the end has come.
Shalom. Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah,
right
go.
there. Yep.
God.
You can really it might be 40. Hold on, go down.
Yeah.
I think it's with the
I think it's redeeming.
There you go. Yep.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 25 and verse 47. It says, and if a sojourner or stranger racks rich by thee, and thy brother that dwelleth by him wax poor, and sell himself unto the stranger or sojourner by thee, or to the stock of the stranger's family, after that he is sold, he may be redeemed again. One of his brethren may redeem him.
Right. But we see in the curse that he said, and no one shall buy you, meaning no one was going to redeem us from the stranger or the sojourner or the stock of the stranger's family. Right. Nobody was going to save us from among the heathen where we got sent to into slavery. And this is what happened. Like we always bring out Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all of these people. Nobody saved us from this captivity. Nobody was able to buy us back and to redeem us from the hand of our oppressors, man, to this day. But we know who gonna come back and redeem us, right? Our Redeemer, Hamashiach Yahawashi.
That's right.
And this is just through the Spirit about, you feel what I'm saying? Us not having free will, because I mean I came on here thinking we about to go into a lesson or something, but
real talk.
Did the whole 180.
Real talk. Man. Literally, this a whole man. That's the whole point. Like you said, to prove we ain't got free will, we had a whole different idea in mind, lessons and precepts, and you know it. And it happened that we on here showing a whole nother thing. This is a perfect example of it. And call lawyer how about sharing how shot that he is in control and we're not, because we will mess it up every time.
That's right.
If it was up to our own will, if we the creators and the reason that this earth and stuff is flourishing, I mean, this is bound to mess up. Everything that man touches, it has errors, it has defects, from cars. That's why you have recalls every year. I don't care what type of car you got, new Benz, new whatever it is, it's going to be some type of recalls or defects with anything. Anything that we touch, it's going to be defective. Your house, your foundation. That's why we have to have a plan A, B, C, and all this other stuff. God don't need his plan A is just what it is. Once he speak it, there is no plan B after that because he already spoke what's supposed to happen, and that's the way it's going to be. And that's the power of his tongue. And he gave us power in our tongues as well.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Can you grab that Kanye Isaiah 55? I believe it's 55. Like 9.
Okay. All right. I think it's 8. Or well,
Hold on, scroll down. You can start at 8. 8 through 11.
God.
Look at that.
All right, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 8. It says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways."
That's for you, Mikey. That's for you, Mikey.
Yep.
Let's read that back again, Mikey. We can't compare what we think is possible or not possible to what we're able to do in our abilities, in our thoughts or anything. Is right. Look.
Verse 8, it says, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith Yahawah. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." It says, "For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. It says, so my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it."
Right? So you're comparing his word to rain and snow, things that fall to the ground and don't rise back up. As much as that rain hit the ground and that snow lay on the grass, as well as his word just sent out is going to fall just like that. It's going to come to pass.
It is.
And this is like what the brother Ratazian said. Like, this is Yahawah blessed us with the gift of faith for us to believe these things. Everybody ain't gonna believe it, and it's just a part of his. It's a part of his. It's a part of his movie. It's just what it is, man.
Right. Can we get Proverbs 20 and 24 real quick through the spirit? That's a double or free will Trinity cut, and also just show that, you know what I mean, he not understanding none of this because it's the Most High ultimately hasn't given it to him. I mean, so he's not going to understand the way that this world is working, and we not even understanding the way our own lives are going because we not even control of our own lives.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 24. It says, "Man's goings are of Yahawah. How can a man then understand his own way?"
Man, if you can't understand your own way, that means you don't have control over it. There's no way. You know what I mean? How do you not understand something if you're the one consciously making the decisions? How do you don't understand it? Right? Because you're not the one that's making your own decisions. You have the illusion of free will, and nobody has it. Like, you think that, Mikey, even you being on this live tonight talking to us, this is not your doing. This is just the time that God is about to use to either for us to plant the seed for you to get right, or for you to just be tossed to the side, honestly. If I'm being honest with you. Right, yeah. Proverbs 21 and 1. Look, that's another free will cut. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahawah. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. You're not in control of your life, brother. Let's bring that one out real quick. I know Mikey said it, but let's put it up on the screen real quick. You not. Look what Megan say. Yeah. Use your mind, brother. You're not in control, brother. You're not here by accident. Look at it again. Let's bring it out. You can bring it out. Just show it on the screen just for everybody again.
See, this is the book of, oh wait, you want the 21, right?
Yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, verse 1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hands of Yahawah. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will."
Right. In fact, let's go to Romans 9 through the spirit. Let's just go to Romans 9. So let's see if Mikey agree with this real quick.
Man.
You know where to go. Keep going on. What's about 17?
Yep. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 15. It says, "For he said to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy."
Look,
Says,
so everything is of God, Mikey. That's how we know your way isn't the way, because you thinking that you're controlling anything, and you thinking it's you. So you know what I mean? We know it's a creator, and we're doing everything that God said we should do. So that's how we know that your way isn't the right way. We know our way is the right way because he told us the way to go. We're going to do things his way because it's not even my way. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I know it's right, because it's not even my way. It's his way. Shalom, Call. Let's keep bringing this out. Call, if you want, I'll drop a link for you. Just let us know.
And I got a quick question for Mikey. Like, do you keep God's law? Like, if you can answer that real quick.
We know.
But, I'm about to continue on. Verse 17 says, "For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I may shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth." Says, "Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and on whom he hardeneth."
Slack it. I just wanted to harp on that 17, because he just said that I might show my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. All of this is for his glorification. Everything that happened to Pharaoh, him lifting up Moses, him saving the Israelites from Egypt, was all to glorify him. It was all to better him. You feel what I mean? I just wanted to hit on that though, right? Declared to all throughout the earth, man. You feel me? This though, Slack, go ahead.
I was about to say, I got two scriptures after this one here. She was about to jump somewhere else, but verse 19 says, "Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will?"
Good question. That's a question right there. Do you think that you can resist the will of God, Mikey? You think if God want you to do something, do you think that you can do the opposite? Yes or no, real quick in the chat before we finish. I just want to know, if God made you do something, do you think you can go against what he's telling you to do? Real quick. Let me get a yes or no real quick in the chat. Did he say anything yet?
No, he ain't say nothing.
Look, of course, we know the answer, Megan. I just want to see what he gonna say from his mind. That's right. Everybody knows this. Look, Shalom, princess. Not at all. Nope. Everybody. All right, let's keep going. So you think you're the Most High God? Speak that it's going to be a 94-degree day tomorrow. Let's see if it happened. If you God, because what God say going to happen, right? But let's keep going with the scriptures.
Oh my God. It says, verse 20 says, "Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? It says, what if God, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?" It says that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory.
Everything is beforehand. God is the potter. We are the clay. You know what I mean? You either going to be a vessel of honor or one for dishonor. There isn't no in between. There isn't no I'm existing and not existing. Like all this other stuff. God doesn't play a middle ground. He don't do the lukewarm. It's either you with him or you not. It's either you agree or you don't. You can't be an atheist and a believer at the same time. It's impossible.
I got a couple scriptures, man. What's going on?
Yeah, and at this point, we damn near just casting pearls of swine.
Yeah, yep. So, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 39, verse 24. It says, as his ways are plain to the holy. Like,
Ooh.
even from this conversation, it's clear that we have a simple understanding. God is eternal. It's not nothing super deep or crazy to go into. It's not a stumbling block for us, right? But then it says, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked.
God, Lee, hold on. Bring that book chapter verse up back out again. This is so powerful.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 39 and verse 24. It says, as his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling blocks unto the wicked. Right? See, the same way it's so easy for us to understand it, it's a stumbling block for you. Like, it's the, like you said, it's a balance.
Yeah,
we're on two different sides of the fence, and it's fairly apparent. Like, that wasn't no super deep thing, right? And it's gonna lead me to the next one, right? This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, and verse 21. It says, seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. Like, like trying to understand how God came into existence or what he was doing before that point is, you know what I'm saying? That's above anybody's pay grade. Like, if the Most High wanted us to know that, he will reveal it to us. You know what I'm saying? But he told us he's eternal. You know what I'm saying? The one true living God. It's just that simple, bro.
We got to figure out what we supposed to be doing and how we can actually be useful to him or what he created us to be. That's what our whole journey is to figure out which vessel are we, in a sense. He knows which one we is. It's on us to figure if we a vessel of honor or of dishonor, if we a vessel made to reach, teach, and edify to receive salvation, are we destined to be destroyed? Because there's nothing we can do to stop it either way.
Can you grab that verse 24 real quick, Kanya?
Sirach 3. Yeah. Verse 24 says, oh, no.
Sirach 3.
Yeah, I'm on the wrong one. All right. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 3, and verse 24. It says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion.
Sheesh.
And an evil suspicion have overthrown their judgment. Damn.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? You just deceived by your own vain opinion. In reality, like, you think it's something that is not. And it's really just like, you just in a loop. Because you would say this, you would say that, but then you would say, oh, what was he saying?
I'm an atheist, but I believe.
No, he said it's impossible, or it's not. That's not possible. Or every time we made a possibility, you go back to saying it's not possible, right? Because that evil suspicion. Now you got an evil suspicion that whatever it is that you don't believe in God or something. You get what I mean? Like, we clearly showing you that God is on the level of his own. This is why Isaiah 55 said you can't understand his ways and his thoughts. It's impossible. And then he hit it on the nose with his ways are plain into the holy, but there are stumbling blocks into the wicked.
That's fire. I ain't gonna lie.
God,
we definitely brought out man's goings of the Lord.
God,
definitely brought that.
Yeah,
but it's hard to think about it. Qual is we was asking, like, if a person don't believe in God or even the scriptures, like Shab said to my man, we would literally be casting our pearls to swine because it's not gonna be no good for you. And through the Spirit, I see he got this Psalms 14 that definitely needs to be brought out.
Because like at this point, I don't even know what was the point of you coming on here. Like, this is kind of crazy.
I mean, it was brother DB obviously DB was trying to reach him. You know what I mean? DB must have been evangelizing because that's what it was. You know, he said, brother, got questions, but he got questions far beyond that God don't want to be answered or want us to even know. You know, we can only show how we can get to him by the instructions that he gave us. And he not telling us what the hell he was doing before he decided to create things.
I'm about to bring this out, man. Just even the fact of being an atheist is a problem in itself. But this is the book of Psalms, chapter 14, verse 1. It says, to the chief musician, a psalm of David. The fool have said in his heart, there is no God. Oof. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good.
And see, this the power of the tongue. So this is through the Spirit still, because it's showing that's what a foolish person is going to say. And you know what? The Most High is always going to give you what that tongue is saying. You're going to see it, right? But ultimately, it's because of what he did. He caused you to be. This is what he got you believing. Look what Carl put in the chat. And Real Talk needs to bring that up. Thessalonians 2, because ultimately you're speaking the things that God created you, that vessel, you're speaking that things to be that vessel, and you're a vessel of dishonor, and it just is what it is. Anybody speaking against God, not believing, He created you to be a fool and utterly to be destroyed.
Yeah, He created you that way.
This is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, and for this cause, God shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. It says, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth and have pleasure in unrighteousness.
Right. I don't know.
All right.
I don't know, but look, through the Spirit, because this is the title of the power of the tongue. Can I get Proverbs 18 and 21 real quick? Because this is a fair warning anyway. Like, this is for everybody. Like, this is what we need to know.
Yep. Gone. This
Really started 20. Started 20.
Gone. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 18, verse 20. It says, a man's belly shall be satisfied with the fruit of his mouth, and with the increase of his lips shall he be filled. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof.
Right. So whatever you speaking is what you're going to, ultimately be feeding. Is what you're going to be presented with, brother. Whether you believe there's a God or not, you know what I mean? Eventually, my granddad used to always tell me, man, I would rather go through my life living like there is a God and find out there isn't one than to live my life going all the way through living like there isn't a God and find out there is one at the end. And I'm like, that's just some wisdom for you right there.
Can you grab Psalms 12? In 12 and 3 and 2.
God. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 12, verse 3. It says, Yahawah shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things, who have said, with our tongue we will prevail, our lips are our own, who is Lord over us.
And this is basically what he's saying, that he is God, and God or who created God. All of this loose talking, you feel me? Flattering lips. It just don't make no sense. You feel what I mean? Grab
go down in that same chapter. Go down to like 17 and read to like 22, Baba Kushai.
Come on, 12.
Proverbs 12, yeah.
No, that's Psalms 12.
Oh, that's Psalms? I thought it was Proverbs.
Yeah.
My bad. Can we get
you all good?
Which one?
Because I ain't gonna lie, I had a lot of ones lined up in Proverbs, like damn near in order for real. Because Proverbs, he speaks so much on it, man. It don't even make no sense for real.
Which I want to pull first?
You could go Shaw since he asked first. I thought it was in the same chapter, and I'll have you do my rundown in a second.
You get Psalms 34.
Yep, I definitely had that. What you got, 12 and 13?
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely bring that out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 34 and verse 12. It said, what man is he that desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil and thy lips from speaking guile. Just depart from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it.
Right. So like right there it says, keep thy tongue from evil. Go to that Hebrew word real quick. Evil. I want to see what it going to. Ra. Disagreeable, malignant, displeasing.
Malignant is crazy.
Yeah. Displeasing, misery, unhappiness, vicious indisposition, bad, worse than worse, deeds, actions.
Dang.
Right.
Evil, distress, misery, injury, calamity, wrong. Damn, it just keep going. Distress. What's the strongest definition? Bad, adversity, affliction. Right. So keep your mouth from speaking all type of bad things, right?
Right.
Which is
Be
like,
humble. Be humble.
yep.
When you be humble, you can learn things, just like Megan Israel said. Look, in this
Then
definitely.
he in the chat said we false prophets and he is God and
Right here,
he
look
the
at
devil.
what Megan said. Negative spirit got him confused. 1 minute he talking about God, then he want to switch and say he's God and God ain't the end. Shaking my head, I'm gonna pray for him. And to be honest, if you don't believe in Christ or God, you can't even pray for him.
Yeah, he already condemned.
You gotta believe in Yahawashi or believe he exists.
Kind of is over for you.
Yep.
Right.
Let's save the Bible. Probably get one more.
You got one more. Go ahead. I'll let you get your one more, and I'm gonna have. I got a firing squad loaded. For the topic of the video, life and death, power of the tongue.
Salak.
Titus 3:10. Shalom, my brother. Is the car in the building? Damon, what's Titus 3:10? I don't know. I wish you would put the scripture.
Say, when a man is 2 or 3 heretics, reject.
Yeah.
So a lot. I'm looking for it. Oh yeah, grab
I like that.
Sirach 28.
28 and what?
You start at 11. Matter of fact, yeah, you can start at 11.
All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 28, and verse 11. It says, "In hasty contention kindle with a fire, and a hasty fighting sheddeth blood. If thou blow the spark, it shall burn. If thou spit upon it, it shall be quenched. And both these come out of thy mouth."
Keep going.
It says, "Curse the whisperer and double tongue, for such have destroyed many that were at peace." Dang. It says, "A backbiting tongue have disquieted many and driven them from nation to nation. Strong cities have it pulled down and overthrown the houses of great men."
All about people's words, all of these things is happening.
It says, "A backbiting tongue have cast out virtuous women and deprived them of their labors." It says, "Whoso hearkeneth unto it shall never find rest and never dwell quietly."
Right. So you got that backbiting tongue. You gonna be walking on eggshells your whole life. You're not gonna never find no rest or dwell quietly because you don't know how to shut up.
Right? Look at this one guy want to put. I ain't gonna lie. Definitely that Romans.
Hold on, I want to read this 18 real quick. Now, if I'm just read through 17, it says, "The stroke of the whip maketh marks in the flesh, but the stroke of the tongue breaketh the bones." Says, "Many have fallen by the edge of the sword, but not so many as have fallen by the tongue."
Keep going. You can probably read to the end.
Says, "Well is he that is defended through the venom thereof, who have not drawn the yoke thereof, nor have been bound in her bands. For the yoke thereof is a yoke of iron, and the bands thereof are bands of brass. The death thereof is an evil death. The grave were better than it." He says, "It shall not have rule over them that fear God, neither shall they be burned with the flame thereof."
See right there, the people that fear God, we don't have to worry about this yoke of iron that certain people that can't shut up is going to have, right? Because people can, a person can talk a lot of mess and they get them in a bunch of trouble, right? Keep going.
Verse 23 says, "Such as forsake Yahawah shall fall into it, and it shall burn in them, and be not quenched. It shall be sent upon them as a lion, and devour them as a leopard. Look that thou hedge thy possessions about with thorns, and bind up thy silver and gold, and weigh thy words in a balance, and make a door and bar for thy mouth. Beware thou slide not by it, lest thou fall before him that lieth in wait.
Right. So you saying put something over your make a door and bar for thy mouth, bro. Learn how to keep your mouth shut. Because just like the scoffers, a lot of scoffers gotta give an account for what the
Every
things that
idle
they have
word.
said, every
Mhm.
idle word, right? And I wanted to get those gonna be my two last. Get Matthew 7 and 15 real quick, and then every idle word.
Matthew 12.
Yep, 12 and 36.
Started 33.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted that Matthew 7 first or the Matthew 12?
Yeah.
Matthew 12 will say it better for real. It's the same account.
It is?
It's the same account. But Matthew 12 will say it a little better.
About what coming out of you? Or
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can grab that.
So Matthew 12 and like 37?
Started 33.
Oh, 33. Says, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 33. It says, either make the tree good and his fruit good, or else make the tree corrupt and his fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by his fruits. O generation of vipers, how can ye, being evil, speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
See, out of abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a part of the type of fruit you bear. What are you saying to certain people? You feel what I'm saying? When you get angry, what are you saying? When you're sad, what are you saying? Right? Because that's the fruit. That's who you really are, right? It says words reveal character up top, right? Keep going.
It says, a good man out of the good treasure of the heart bringeth forth good things, and an evil man out of the evil treasure bringeth forth evil things. But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned.
Right there. By your own words, you can be justified, or by your words, you're going to be condemned. Right? And we got to be mindful of the things that we're saying, because I want to be justified by the words that I speak. I don't want to be condemned for the things that I've said. And this is like, a lot of people don't understand these things, like scoffers. Scoffers that say whatever they want and think everything is okay, right? But we see right there in verse 36, but I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give an account thereof in the day of judgment.
Right.
God, and that's really easy. All I got.
I got some more for sure. But go down the list real quick. The Proverbs for real. I got Proverbs 10.
Oh, hold on.
You start at verse like 11. Just want to get to the point, because you already know this is a book of wisdom, and that's what we need in these times. And it's like when you just blurt things out of your mouth, you show how unwise you really are. You know what I mean? It's just like even the things that come out of your mouth, it shows the difference between a wise person and an unwise one. And wisdom, we understand, comes from God, and we understand that wisdom can't even dwell in the malicious soul. All these things is what the Bible tells us, right? So you could start at verse 11.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10 and verse 11. It says, the mouth of a righteous man is a well of life, but violence covereth the mouth of the wicked.
See?
It says, hatred. Oh, sorry.
No, that was it. Keep going.
It says, hatred stirreth up strifes, but love covereth all sins. In the lips of him that have understanding, wisdom is found, but a rod is for the back of him that is void of understanding.
Woo! See what I'm saying? People that understand that they destined to get their backs beat. And it's just crazy what it is, man. Because like you said, every idle word, something has to come from everything. We understand that even if concepts, if you might not believe in God, everybody believes in karma or reaping and sowing or whatever. Like, and that's what comes from it. So we want to receive good things, so we have to speak good. And you know what I mean? You speak evil, and that's what you're going to get. But let's keep going. You could go down to about verse 21.
It says, wise men lay up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. says the rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life. The fruit of the wicked to sin. He is in the way. He is in the way of life that keepeth instructions. But he that refuseth reproof erreth. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth a slander is a fool.
Yeah, right. That was some slander you just even said, brother. Like, we try to give you a chance, even just off the love of another brother we got, for you to come in here and, slander somebody when we really trying to educate you when you could have learned something. It's just showing what type of lips you have, bro. Like, you better get it together for real. Let's keep going, though.
God says, in the multitude of words, there wanteth not sin. But he that refraineth his lips is wise.
Right. You showed a lack of wisdom because you just starting to utter the what's in your heart, truly. And it's not good, right? But let's keep going.
It says, the tongue of the just is as choice silver. The heart of the wicked is little worth.
Right.
Says the right. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Says the lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom. Damn.
Right. We trying to show you that the Bible is how you get your understanding of who God is to the amount of understanding that he allows us to get of him. But you're not even trying to hear that. You out here trying to just believe whatever vain thoughts and beliefs you have. And instead of just really coming in here with a humble heart and, listening ears, you out here spewing, the hate that's in your heart and, believing in things. And, man, just get it together, brother, if you really want to learn, because this is where you get your wisdom from the scriptures. But if you don't believe in God or his word, there's nothing that we can do. We will literally be casting our pearls to swine. And the only reason we even talked to you this long is off the strength of who said you was coming. Otherwise, we would have been, really got on you, right? But let's go to Proverbs 12. I got a couple of different little chapters of Proverbs. I'm trying to go in order with these.
Yeah. You want 6?
No, I started like 15. What's it say? Oh yeah, you can get that, then jump down to like 15.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 6. It says, the words of the wicked are to lie and wait for blood, but the mouth of the upright shall deliver them.
Right? We're going to speak life. We're going to speak wonderful things. We're going to speak and give our power to God, right? Go to 15 and then you read down.
Verse 15 says, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes, but he that hearkeneth unto counsel is wise. A fool's wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covereth shame. He that speaketh truth sheweth forth righteousness, but a false witness deceit.
Right, we trying to show you full truth, but you were a false witness and accused us of something, brother. Come on now, let's keep going though.
It says, there is that speaketh like the piercing of a sword, but the tongue of the wise is health.
We trying to speak life into people. We trying to let the people that can understand and know God, we trying to speak life into them so that they can be filled up and, Lord willing, endure until we get up out of here. Let's keep going though.
Verse 19, the lip of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is but for a moment. Deceit is in the heart of them that imagine evil, but to the counselors of peace is joy.
Yeah. You end at 22.
Yeah. It says, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. Lying lips are abomination to the Lord, but they that deal truly are his delight.
Yeah, we really try to deal truly and build, you know what I mean? But it's just certain things you can't do with everybody, man. It just is what it is. We about to continue to let these scriptures fly. It's not much in 13. You can get 13, Proverbs 13 right to the next chapter. I believe it's just 1 through 3.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 1. It says, a wise son heareth his father's instructions, but a scorner heareth not rebuke. A man shall eat good by the fruit of his mouth, but the soul of the transgressors shall eat violence. He that keepeth his mouth keepeth his life, but he that openeth wide his lips shall have destruction.
Right. You see, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So it depends on which one you want, because we are God. We don't know. Like, if we were the Most High God, if you think you God, why do you have to have a death date? Like you said, I know I'm going to die one day, right? You said that. Well, if you're the Most High God, God can't die. Who can kill God? Why would he die? Right. So the fact that you even said that just shows that, your words are choosing, is a path of destruction, man, at the end of the day, right? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 15. Start from the top, read down to about verse 7.
It's the book of Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words store up anger. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge aright, but the mouth of fools poureth out foolishness.
That's what you poured out, a lot of foolishness, brother. A whole lot of it with your tongue. Let's keep going.
Since the eyes of Yahawah are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
Yep, God sees all of this. We just playing our part. He exists outside of this. He's watching a movie.
Verse 4. A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit.
Breach in the spirit is crazy. That's what he's trying to say, right? Let's keep going.
Says, a fool despiseth his father's instructions, but he that regardeth reproof is prudent. In the house of the righteous is much treasure, but in the revenues of the wicked is trouble. The lips of the wise disperse knowledge, but the heart of the foolish doeth not so.
See, in the eyes of God, we are doing what the wise will be doing. We're trying to disperse knowledge to our people, to the people that's in here, to the real law keepers, to the believers of God. We're out here trying to disperse, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that's ultimately from Yahawah. It's not ours, but we're out here trying to disperse it. And people are out here, rejecting it and thinking they know something, but got questions. When the answers is right here for us in this Bible, man. Let's go to Proverbs 16. Baba Kushai.
Going from top?
No, let's start at verse 9.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 9. So a man's heart divides of his way, but Yahawah directeth his steps.
Another free will cut. We don't have no damn free will. Showing you right there, right? But let's keep going.
It says, a divine sentence is in the lips of the king. His mouth transgresseth not in judgment. A just weight and balance are Yahawah's. All the weights of the bag are his work. It says, it is an abomination to kings to commit wickedness, for the throne is established by righteousness. Righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him that speaketh right. The wrath of a king is as messengers of death, but a wise man will pacify it. And the light of the king's countenance is life.
You kind of froze a little bit, so I ain't even hear 14. I don't know if it was me or if it was you or what.
I'll bring it back out. You heard 13?
Yeah, I think I did hear that.
I'm just start from 13 again. Says, righteous lips are the delight of kings, and they love him that speak right.
Yep, everybody gonna love a person that speak right. It is what it is, right? But keep going.
Says, the wrath of a king is as messengers of death, but a wise man will pacify it.
See, we have to use our tongue. We can do a lot of different things, man, with our tongue. We can prove ourselves righteous. We can do things to get, keep evil from off of us, or we can speak things that bring evil and violence and, ultimately, things to us, which that's what we would never want to do. You should never want to bring, evil with your tongue. You should want to, prevent it from happening, right? Keep going down. We in 16 still, right?
Yeah.
Go down to about go to like 23 and 24. And I think that should be it on there.
Verse 23 says the heart of the wise teacheth his mouth, and addeth learning to his lips. Pleasant words are as in honeycomb, sweet to the soul, and health to the bones.
Right. That's what we're trying to speak. Life. That's what that is, right? Anything else, when you are disaligned with God, when you speak the words of fools, you are ultimately aligning yourselves with death. It's not going to be health to the bones. It's going to be fire to that ass. Excuse my language, but that's literally what it's going to be, right? Can I get James chapter 3?
God. What you what verse?
Let's start from the top.
Oh, God. This is the book of James, chapter 3, and from the top. My brethren, be not many masters, knowing that we shall receive the greater condemnation. For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able also to bridle the whole body.
You protect your whole body when you be able to guard your tongue and speak words of wisdom, right? Behold, keep going.
Says, behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, are driven of fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small hem, whithersoever their governor listeth. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasts of great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindereth.
Right?
Damn.
Right. It's fire. Watch this.
Says, and the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell.
That tongue can make you or break you, bro. It's super powerful, bro. So we have to watch what we speak. Like Yahawashi meant it when he said every idle word. And you can really build somebody up, or you can really break them down and condemn themselves with that tongue, right? Let's keep going, though.
God says, for every kind of beast and of bird and of serpent and of things in the sea is tamed and have been tamed of mankind. But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison.
Right. Keep going.
It says, therewith bless we God, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of God.
Yeah, so look, some people in the same mouth try to say there is a God, but there isn't one, but then curse men at the same time, all this other stuff, right? Let's keep going.
It says, out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things are not so to be.
Just like I was saying, it can't have it both ways. It has to be one way. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. Let's keep going.
It says, thus doth a fountain send forth at the same place sweet water and bitter? Can the fig tree, my brethren, bear olive berries? Either a vine, figs, so can no fountain both yield salt water and fresh.
You can't do both, bro. It's either going to be you believe there's a God, and you know what I mean? We don't have to know all his whole background and all this other stuff, but we know that we're here, that we exist because he exists, and we didn't ask to be here, but somehow we're here, we're breathing, we're seeing, we're living, we're speaking, we're loving, you eating, you have a digestive system, all these other things. You get sick, and there's medicine here for you already to make you whole. You know, just a whole lot of things that we didn't ask for, but where we are is a place for us, you know, to better ourselves, to receive knowledge and answers. We don't have it. You know what I mean? Like, this is just God has set up everything for us, bro. And We don't need to know all the answers. All we need to know is to trust in him, to believe in him, to have faith in him, and he gonna show us the way. I don't need to know all the answers when I know I'm trusting in God and I know he got the answers. What the hell do I need the answers for? I don't need all the answers if I got him. You know what I mean? And I had a whole little situation really, but if I ain't got nothing, I really is like one more, but just to show, like historically and even history in the Bible, how that tongue affected even our ancestors back in the day, the Israelites, because God pays attention to these things. Even like I said, Yahawashi told us every idle word, and we've got plenty of examples how the tongues of just people, and especially the Israelites as a whole, has gotten them in trouble. And that's what you're going to allow this to do to you for real. So if you want to, maybe you can go to Numbers 14. And
when they were talking about Moses.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly. So you get Numbers 14. Get in NLT, Bobby Kushai, and go from the top.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 14, verse 1. It says, then the whole community began weeping aloud, and they cried all night. The voices rose in a great chorus of protest against Moses and Aaron. If only we had died in Egypt, or even here in the wilderness, they complained. Why is Yahawah taking us to this country only to have us die in battle? Our wives and our little ones will be carried off as plunder. Wouldn't it be better for us to return to Egypt?
See, they speaking these things. They saying all of this, even though, what I'm saying, this is coming from their mouth. This is in the inside of their hearts. They thinking that God is forsaking them, and they speaking against the men that God set up, which is Moses and Aaron, which what you just did in this chat. You spoken against us when we're not even here on our own accord. You know what I mean? If you knew our backgrounds, we never thought we would be over here online speaking no Bible, bro. But this is what God had ordained from us since the beginning. We don't have a choice in the matter, right? But let's keep going, though. Let's see what happened to these people.
Verse 4. Then they plotted among themselves, let's choose a new leader and go back to Egypt. Then Moses and Aaron fell face down on the ground before the whole community of Israel. Two of the men who had explored the land, Joshua son of Nun and Caleb son of Jephunneh, tore their clothing. They said to all the people of Israel, the land we traveled through and explored is a wonderful land. And if Yahawah is pleased with us, he will bring us safely into the land and give it to us. It is a rich land flowing with milk and honey. Do not rebel against Yahawah, and don't be afraid of the people of the land. They are only helpless prey to us. They have no protection, but Yahawah is with us. Don't be afraid of them.
See, these are the words that Joshua and them was speaking. They're speaking life. The other people were speaking defeat, shame against the people he put up, foolishness. But they're out here speaking wonderful things. Look what the congregation said to them, speaking wisdom to the people.
Says, but the whole community began to talk about stoning Joshua and oh my God. It says Slake, but the whole community began to talk about stoning Joshua and Caleb. Then the glorious presence of Yahawah appeared to all the Israelites at the tabernacle. And Yahawah said unto Moses, how long will these people treat me with contempt? Will they never believe me, even after all the miraculous signs I have done among them?
Right, this brother got life. Look, he breathing air. We got 4 seasons. We here on the planet called Earth. We got a sky, an ozone layer, stars, moon. All these examples to show that there's a supreme being in the creator, and the people still speaking against it and acting like there is no God, right? That's even a sense right there. We have all these examples, all these wonderful works. We've been surviving from all the transatlantic slave trade, all the atrocities that's been done, all the wonderful things we able to even do and see and speak, right? This is crazy, right? It's called intelligence, right? A design. This is a designer that did this, right? So let's just keep going. That God he's mad about this type of stuff.
Verse 12 says, I will disown them and destroy them with a plague. Then I'll make you into a great nation, greater and mightier than they are.
Right. So like we can really jump down a little bit. They spoke these words. Joseph and Caleb spoke wonderful words, right? Things that God was happy with, right? So Moses, in a couple of chapters, he's gonna try to intercede for them You know what I mean? All of that, right? But just jump down to 20. Because we want you to show you can start at like 20. So we can see what happens really after Moses did his part.
Verse 20 says, Then Yahawah said, I will pardon them as you have requested. But as surely as I live, and as surely as the earth is filled with Yahawah's glory, not one of these people will ever enter that land. They have all seen my glorious presence and the miraculous signs I performed both in Egypt and in the wilderness. But again and again, they have tested me by refusing to listen to my voice.
Oh my goodness. You see, so they still got to eat them words, but he ain't just wipe them out. But he said it's over because of what?
Oh,
but he going to tell them why.
He said they will never even see the land I swore to give their ancestors. None of those who have treated me with contempt will ever see it.
He said they treated him with contempt by their words. You're contempting the Lord when you even question his doing and even do things, right? But keep going. He's going to tell them.
Says, but my servant Caleb has a different attitude than the others have. He has remained loyal to me, so I will bring him into the land he explored. His descendants will possess the full share of that land. Now turn around and don't go down on toward the land where the Amalekites and the Canaanites live. Tomorrow you must set out for the wilderness in the direction of the Red Sea.
Right.
That's cold.
Right.
Yeah, that's fire. That's fire.
Let me see. I think it's a little more. He said, what was that? What verse was that?
25.
25, right? Hold on. What was the main verse? It was something that he said where it's just like, wow, it just hit in a different way.
Dang, hold on. Damn, hold on. Verse 20, verse 29. No, verse 28. It says, Now tell them this, as surely as I live, declares Yahawah, I will do to you the very things I heard you say.
That's what it was. Thank you. I knew it was one thing I was in. So because they spoke the things, they gonna receive exactly what they spoke, because for every idle word you have to be. And this is why Yahawashi said that. So can we bring that back one more time?
Verse 28 says, Now tell them this, as surely as I live, declares Yahawah, I will do to you the very things I heard you say.
Now I'll get the next verse.
Says, you will all drop dead in this wilderness because you complain against me, every one of you who is 20 years old or older and was included in the registration will die.
Damn. Because
Jeez.
they spoke against God, because they didn't understand the power of the tongue and understood not the things that they were speaking, right? But Caleb and his descendants, because he was speaking words of wisdom, words of life, that's what he received. And that's what we have to realize every single day. We have accounts. This is what the Bible is here for. We're not supposed to have all the damn answers and know everything, because if we did, we wouldn't need a creator. And we definitely need one.
God.
I'm gonna finish this out.
I didn't even know Shalom, Kansas City, Genesis in the building. I didn't even know that. Shalom, my boys over there, man.
Shalom,
Kings.
Yeah. I'm gonna finish this out, but I got like two scriptures.
Go ahead. I'm done after this. Go ahead.
Verse 30 says, You will not enter and occupy the land I swore to give you. The only exceptions will be Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, son of Nun. You said your children will be carried off as plunder. Well, I will bring them safely into the land, and they will enjoy what you have despised. But as for you, you will drop dead in this wilderness. And your children will be like shepherds wandering in the wilderness for 40 years. In this way, they will pay for your faithlessness until the last of you lies dead in the wilderness. Like you said, that power of the tongue, right? But I'm about to bring out a couple of scriptures, right? This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 16. It says, These 6 things doth Yahawah hate. Yeah, 7 are an abomination unto him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked imagination, feet that be swift and running to mischief, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. So, like you said, like the Most High hates liars. And if you false witness, you know what I'm saying? The Most High is not dealing with that. He hates that, right? And I'm about to bring this out even for the brother or even for for Mikey, right? Because this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? Scarfer's coming up, and all we gonna do is just rejoice because that just, you know what I'm saying, further solidifying we doing the right thing.
Matthew
right?
5.
Yep.
Praises.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and verse 10. It says, blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sakes, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, for great is your reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. So this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? You coming out saying we false prophets, and all we doing is asking you, do you believe in God, and giving you scriptures. But we false prophets, and we the devil, and you supposed to be God. Like
that was crazy work.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. And then ultimately, what we need to be doing is praying that the Most High guards our mouth, guards the words that we speak, give us what we need to speak. You know what I'm saying? Pray to the Most High. We cast that and we give all that to him. You know what I'm saying? David did it. All right. So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 141 and verse 1. It says, a psalm of David. Yahawah, I cry unto thee, make haste unto me, give ear unto my voice when I cry unto thee. Let my prayer be set forth before thee as incense, and the lifting up of my hands be as the evening sacrifice. Set a watch, O Yahawah, before my mouth, keep the doors of my lips. So this is what we need to be praying, like pray to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Pray that you out of your mouth evil does not come forth. Pray that you speak good things, that you speak life. Because ultimately, like I said, we have that power source, we have that superpower, we have that connection to the Most High. If you keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, this is something, you know what I'm saying? If you're struggling with something or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying, you don't want to slip up, pray to the Most High. He's gonna hear you. Right. But that's ultimately, like you said, the brothers brought out this point like exceedingly well. The power of life and death is in the power of the tongue. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you setting guard and barring your mouth and pray to the Most High that you speak the right things.
Right, man. Right. Practice humility every single day. And Lord willing, you know what I mean, if we come out here next time, if you come in here in a humble spirit, like I said, we'll deal with you. But any scoffing, any bug outness, any acts of not showing humility or just weird talk will not be tolerated. As my brother did, we have moderators for a reason. He didn't like what he saw you saying, so he put you in timeout. You know what I mean? And if you come back with, humility, we're more than willing to talk. You know what I mean? But if not, we're definitely not going to be casting our pearls to swine and wasting time, right? You know what I mean? But we are patient and long-suffering because we believe that the Holy Spirit is working in us and through us, right? But there's only so much that we're going to do because we're not, we're not the Most High, and the time is ticking. We are close to the end, man. Everybody knows this. The true believers know there's not that much time left. And he told us, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, putting out offering day to day, for suddenly shall the wrath of God come upon you. And when everybody think it's safe and you are secure, that's when you're going to be destroyed. And Lord willing, you have that time to even come back. Like I said, we don't know what tomorrow may bring. We got a live class again Thursday, Lord, when we all here to be here for it and see. You know what I mean? And that's all I got to say for real.
God, man.
For real. You want to bring this prayer? Oh, you did pray that, didn't you? You still had it up, Kanye?
Yeah, I just left it up.
Man. So shalom to everybody that's in here. As my brother Megan said, all praise to the Most High God, man. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHam, Yahawashi, man. For everything, bro. For the good, the bad, for the trials and the tribulations, for the blessings, for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We so thankful that we don't have the spirit of trying to question God and his origin or anything like that, but we believing in his word, as thus saith the Lord, and we believe it for what it is, man. That's a blessing. That's a blessing to be able to do this and accept God for who he is and what he is, bro, and don't question anything about it, man. So if y'all have that spirit on y'all, thank him for that, man. Be in that spirit of gratitude, because we could be lost out here. We could be questioning things. We could be out of the know. We could be out the loop, man. Thank God for every single thing, for eyes to see, ears to hear, man. Thank him that he woke you up. Thank him that you are an Israelite. Thank him that for everything, bro, for everything possible. Go and dig in and think of things that you ate today, that you woke up, that you have a bed, whatever, bro. Thank him that you have him, bro. And that's what I want to end with, man. Shalom to everybody. Lord willing, this was edifying and straight to the point. Y'all got anything to say? Y'all can go ahead for a salute out of here.
Like the brother said, man, to show gratitude and be humble, man. And your reward should not fail. Keep following the righteous path, man. Just keep doing that, man. Keep your head up. Like the brother said, be thankful for everything, man. All of this stuff is to purify us for the kingdom that we all want. And that's right, make it prayers and fasting. Praying and fasting. That's right.
Okay. Like even with that, like if you constantly in a spirit of gratitude, you know what I'm saying, it's not gonna be nothing to complain about. It's not gonna be nothing, you know what I'm saying, to throw you off, because you always remembering and going through what the Most High is giving you. You know what I'm saying? So, and ultimately, like if you're grateful for what you have and you can fully appreciate it, like I have reason to believe that the Most High is going to continue to give you more. You know what I'm saying? Because you are acknowledging that everything came from him. You know what I'm saying? But it's just all about, you know, like the brother said, what's in our spirit. Like make sure, especially in these last days, that we remaining humble, full of gratitude, appreciation. We're not complaining, being bitter. It's just all praise to the Most High for this truth and for that spirit that is upon the brothers and sisters that are in this truth and this walk. All praise.
That's right, man. I on the bar, man. The water for, you know, tapping in, Megan, for real. Like everything. This is not even about us. This is about the Lord. And people about to go into letting these shots off, going into their wicked, false new year and everything, man. And when we pray and hasten to coming to Yahawah, bro, because this is crazy. And this is what's crazy is I always just think about this, like around these time, like 4th of July and, you know, New Year's Eve and all this. This is what people about to be hearing when shit hit the fan. We about to be hearing gunshots and screaming and all this other stuff. And they think it's a game right now. People don't understand that this is it. This is the last movie. This is the end of this movie, man. But like you said, yeah, we're going to continue to endure, continue to fast, continue to pray, because we know this is the end, bro. I don't believe it. I know it is. I can feel it in my spirit, bro. And I pray that, I mean, bro, we be a part of that number that make it, man. All of us, bro. Especially people that the true believers, man. Real talk, man. So, Lord willing, we'll be back Thursday. That is January the 2nd of so-called 2025. You know what I mean? And like to say, call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. Say shalom until next time. Ahaba thumb, Israel. Tap in. Shalom. Peace and blessings to everybody.
Shalom, family.
Shalom, family. Ahaba thumb.